So tonight, we're covering the whole Madlanga cinematic universe on Madlanga Pro Max, everybody. Let's go. Okay, so police crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo came to Madlanga with receipts, WhatsApp messages between ANC fixer Brown Mthethwa and a Big Five drug cartel kingpin Kat Matlala that they had all got off of Kat Matlala's confiscated cell phones, right? And people, if there is one thing I've learned this week, it's don't text a baddie like Kat Matlala. Kat Matlala is a baddie. Don't text him because, wow, Kat Matlala's phones exposed Brown Mthethwa and currently suspended police minister Senzo Mthethwa, right? And more people, because Khumalo told Madlanga about a Big Five drug cartel, including Kat Matlala, that has 5 kingpins running drugs into South Africa with compromised police, politicians, private security, port authorities, and more. We have 2 of the 5 names of the Big Five. We have Kat Matlala and KT Molefe, who is over here. We don't have the other 3 names yet, but we might know the names of some of the compromised officials who've been bought off by the Big Five, because Khumalo said he had evidence from Kat Matlala's cell phones of Matlala speaking with Brown Mthethwa, as we've already seen, and the head of the Hawks in KZN, Lesetja Senona, and his son. Why is the head of the Hawks in KZN texting Kat Matlala? Hella sus. Also, then acting Ekurhuleni police head Julius Mkhwanazi, no relation to Nhlanhla, by the way. And both of these 2 people, and 2 more people with strong links to high-ranking SAPS officials. And then Khumalo showed us the WhatsApps, which reveal that Kat Matlala made payments to Brown Mthethwa, sometimes for ANC events, guys. Often events linked with Senzo Mthethwa, a close ally of the president. And in exchange, Mthethwa tried to stop police investigations into Kat Matlala. That was the deal. The messages show Mthethwa sharing information with Matlala about confidential police work that Mthethwa should not have had, guys. Confidential police correspondence. The messages also show correspondence between Brown Mthethwa and Senzo Mthethwa, who, remember, told Parliament earlier this year that he did not know who Brown Mthethwa was, which was a lie. And then he tried to walk that back months later when he was exposed by Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's press conference. The text evidence also shows Kat Matlala becoming angry that he'd been giving Mthethwa so much money and support, and yet he felt he was not getting enough protection from the police investigations in return. To which Mthethwa gave the frankly iconic one-word text response, true. Just true. Mthethwa also revealed in these messages that he was working with a compromised person within the police, in IPID specifically, the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. That is incredibly hectic if we consider that this means that we might have corrupt cops in the police force. So, helping to try and help Matlala. So that's what happened at Madlanga last week. Then Khumalo, suspiciously, was suddenly too sick to appear again last week, and the commission has called a break. I know. And the commission has called a break until the 13th of October. But wait, because there are so many other bombshells dropped last week that are also connected to Madlanga, which is why this is Madlanga Pro Max Plus. Dumisani Khumalo is actually out on bail for corruption charges right now, people. Now, he says that the charges are a stitch-up. They're a hot air plot to stop him from investigating these criminal networks. That's what he claims. And another person who's also under investigation for police corruption is National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola. Now, Masemola says that Khumalo is innocent. That's what he claims. But yesterday, journalists Carl Cowan and Karen Morn reported that months before Mkhwanazi's famous press conference, months before, the IGI, which is the Inspector General of Intelligence within our policing services, recommended criminal charges against Fani Masemola and Dumisani Khumalo. They recommended them for allegedly improperly purchasing properties to the value of 120 million rand. The IGI argued that the purchasers had violated procurement laws. Now, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi claims that the IGI is part of a massive criminal cartel strategy to stop investigations into the drug cartel. But the IGI recommendation ended up with IDAC the investigating directorate against corruption, which Mkhwanazi also says is compromised by the criminal cartel conspiracy. He says that they are all compromised by individuals within them working to protect the drug cartel. The IGI and IDAC have said that they will come to Madlanga with facts to defend themselves. Will they have the evidence to prove that Masemola and Khumalo have committed crimes? Time will tell. Now, you may be thinking, Dan has pulled away all of the sheets of paper. Is he done? Oh, no, he is not. Because there is so much going on that we now need to use the other side of the board. Okay, here we go. Also in the Madlanga cinematic universe, the Special Investigations Unit last week told South Africa about their investigations into the shocking ransacking of Tembisa Hospital, right? To more than 2 billion rand allegedly stolen by tender fraudsters from Tembisa Hospital, multiple syndicates fleecing one hospital. One of those syndicates made 816 million rand off of Tembisa Hospital and is headed by Hangwani Maumela. Why is he a cupcake? Because he is President Ramaphosa's nephew. By a previous marriage, not blood, but yes. Okay, yeah, still boo, yeah. So the Asset Forfeiture Unit has seized assets valuing 520 million rand from the Maumela Cupcake Syndicate, including luxury homes across the country and luxury cars, including 4 Lamborghinis. Yes, they fleeced a hospital that's supposed to be helping poor people be well and not die for 4 Lamborghinis. But how is this related to Madlanga? 3 of the companies in the Maumela syndicate took contracts worth over 13 million rand from Tembisa Hospital. And who are these 3 companies linked to? Kat Matlala, people. Kat Matlala is in everywhere. He's like turmeric. He gets into everything and he stains it. And who did Maumela allegedly arrange a meeting between at one of his luxury homes? Who could that be? Well, I'm here to tell you it was Kat Matlala and former police minister Becky Taylor, people! Becky Taylor is also involved in this. I wonder what that meeting was about. Maybe the fact that Kat Matlala let Becky Taylor stay in his luxury penthouse hotel suite in Pretoria for free. Hella suspicious. When Taylor was police minister, I don't know if anyone here was allowed to stay in Kat Matlala's penthouse suite for free when they were not police ministers, certainly not me. And here's another thing that happened at the Madlanga Cinematic Universe last week. Former police minister and South Africa's ambassador to France, Mthethwa, passed away. His body was found at a hotel in France, and French authorities believe it was a suicide based on a text Mthethwa sent to his wife and the fact that there was no sign of force or struggle in the hotel room that he fell from. Now, how is this connected to the Madlanga Commission? Again, I need to go back. We need more boards. Okay, so back in the early days of the commission, General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi went before Madlanga, and he told Madlanga about the time when Mkhwanazi was acting police minister, acting police commissioner rather, over a decade ago, and was called to a meeting with then police minister Nathi Mthethwa, who in that meeting told Mkhwanazi to stop investigating Richard Mdluli, who was a SAPS high-up at the time. Mkhwanazi says Mthethwa told Mkhwanazi to stop investigating Mdluli. Mkhwanazi said that Mthethwa telling him to stop investigating Mdluli was the worst case of political interference Mkhwanazi had ever experienced. So Mthethwa was about to be in hot water with the Madlanga Commission. Years later, by the way, Mdluli was found guilty of kidnapping, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, assault and intimidation. This year, Mdluli has been on trial for corruption. And unbelievably, that is all for week 4 of Madlanga Pro Max Plus. I cannot believe that I got through that. How much more crazy can this get?